Ooh, that gave me chills. I may have spilled my tea in excitement. I literally squealed when I saw that leaked set photo, like a first-year spotting a Niffler in Gringotts. I can't wait to see how that plays out. Today, we're diving into something truly extraordinary. Warner Brothers is literally building a whole town for the HBO Harry Potter series. Yes, you heard me right, a billion-dollar town, complete with sound stages the size of airplane hangars, private drives with Tudor-style houses, schools for child actors, and facilities for magical creatures. It's ambitious, it's wild, and it's the kind of dedication that makes my heart soar as a fan of the wizarding world. But I process Harry Potter lore the way some people process an entire tub of Bertie Bott's beans at once, carefully and with a hint of chaos. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Okay, Eira, a soundstage, some CGI Harry Potter shots, what's the big deal? But no, my friends, this is on a scale we've never seen before. According to multiple reports, including The Sun and Collider, Warner Brothers is investing £1 billion, or about 1.27 billion US dollars, into expanding the Leavesden studio site outside London. And when I say expansion, I mean a fully functioning production town. Roads, multi-story car parks, enormous soundstage hangars, medical facilities, housing for staff, schools for child actors, even infrastructure for animals. And when I say animals, I mean all of them. Owls, cats, snakes, horses, spiders, you name it. They're not cutting corners. This is a rebuild of the Harry Potter universe from the ground up, brick by brick. It feels a bit like the Marauders have sneaked back into the story, doesn't it? I half expect Moony and Prongs to leave a prank behind. I find that fascinating because it tells you something about the ambition behind this project. HBO and Warner Brothers aren't doing this as a one-season test. They're planning multiple seasons, spanning years, and they want to centralize everything. No scattered filming locations, no dealing with real neighborhoods. They're creating a space that can evolve as the series grows. And then there's Privet Drive, probably one of the least magical yet most iconic locations in all of Harry Potter. Warner Brothers isn't reusing the old sets. They're building a new version with Tudor-style architecture. Think upscale, detailed, and fully controllable. For fans like me, that's exciting. It's a chance to see a familiar world through a fresh lens, and it gives the series the creative freedom to revisit scenes multiple times without logistical headaches. And while we're on familiar grounds, let's talk about the new Golden Trio. The young actors are around 11 years old, all British, and ready to carry this story forward. But make no mistake, these kids are about to become household names overnight. They'll literally grow up in the wizarding world on screen, and I can't wait to see how their portrayals evolve over the seasons. Interestingly, there are no planned cameos from Daniel, Emma, or Rupert. This is a fresh start. A full reboot. No legacy appearances, no torch passing. It's about letting a new generation of young talent step into these roles. I think that's bold and exciting because it's not just nostalgia. They're building a living, breathing world that stands on its own. And of course, the adult cast is equally fascinating. John Lithgow as Dumbledore, Jeanette McTeer as McGonagall, Papa Isidore as Snape, Nick Frost as Hagrid, Paul Whitehouse as Argus Filch, Luke Thallin as Quirrell. Each brings a unique energy to the series, and their casting choices have sparked discussion online, especially regarding representation, diversity, and social issues. There's also the larger conversation about J.K. Rowling's involvement. She's still an executive producer, which has caused tension for some fans, given her public statements in recent years. But what's fascinating to me is how the cast navigates this. Papa Isidore, for example, has been vocal in support of trans rights while taking on Snape. And that balance between advocacy and artistry is something the industry and audiences are watching closely. Now, here's where it gets really intriguing. Warner Brothers and HBO aren't just rebooting Hogwarts. They're planning a full retelling of the books with room to explore side characters, subplots, and themes that were compressed or left out in the movies. Multiple seasons mean we might finally get the depth and nuance that J.K. Rowling packed into the novels. Imagine seeing each house fully developed, minor characters with their own arcs, and the magical world expanding in ways the films never could. And let's not forget the production value. HBO is behind this, the same team who brought us Game of Thrones and The Last of Us. Expect cinematic lighting, atmospheric settings, and possibly some grounded, character-driven storytelling. The nostalgia will be there, of course, but this is aiming to reset the franchise for a new generation. Speaking of new generations, I have to mention the sheer scale of this project again. Roads, medical facilities, schools, infrastructure for animals. It almost sounds like Hogwarts itself, but real life and built for decades. The ambition behind this makes me feel like we're witnessing a historic moment in TV production. And for fans like us, pure magic. Finally, let's talk about what this means for us as fans. We're going to get a new story, fresh faces, familiar places with a modern twist, and an entirely rebuilt universe that could grow with us for years. That's not just exciting, it's emotionally resonant. Seeing Harry's world come alive again, with James and Lily Potter back, with Privet Drive redesigned, with the Golden Trio taking their first steps, it's nostalgia, adventure, and wonder all rolled into one. Seeing the new Privet Drive makes me wonder if Dobby would be hiding in one of those Tudor-style eaves. I'd hope so. Why would they choose to film this scene at night? Perhaps they're building the tension of the Potters' last moments. Or maybe it's to make the sparks from their wands extra dramatic. I noticed the architecture has more angles this time. Could it be a subtle way to hint at different character dynamics? Or am I just overthinking it? The placement of lighting rigs tells me a lot about how they want shadows to fall, almost like they're crafting the magic as carefully as a potion. I process lore the way other people process tea and biscuits, methodically and occasionally with crumbs everywhere. If I had a wand, I'd be waving it right now in pure joy. I can't wait to see how that plays out. Honestly, I've got my wizarding robes ready. Me for a moment. Imagine walking down that freshly built Privet Drive, sunlight hitting the Tudor castles, and a gentle owl hooting nearby. Picture this, the new Golden Trio running through Hogwarts, wands in hand, and a camera catching every mischievous glance. You can almost hear the whispers of the Marauders map, can't you? Let me take you behind the scenes for a second. Just close your eyes and picture the chaos of crew, animals, and magical props all in one place. Pure wizarding magic, really. Not the clearest footage, but then again, even the pensieve can be a bit blurry sometimes. I might not have a cuppa in front of me, but I assure you, my excitement is perfectly steeped and ready to serve. If this set were any more elaborate, I'd expect to see a queue of locals asking for tickets. Oh, but we're in Leaves Den, so maybe not. Seeing James and Lily on set, just the hint of their silhouettes made me pause. It's a reminder of why this story matters so much. There's thrill in the leaks, yes, but also reverence. This is a legacy being revisited, not just a franchise reboot. The new cast is full of potential. Exciting, absolutely, but I can't help feeling a gentle respect for the magic these young actors are about to step into. So, I want to hear from you, magical friends. Are you thrilled for this reboot or cautiously excited? Who do you think should play Harry, Hermione, or Ron? And which locations or moments are you most eager to see reimagined? Leave your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be keeping you posted with every leak, every scoop, and every behind-the-scenes detail as this series unfolds. Thanks for joining me, magical friends. Until next time, keep your wands ready, your curiosity alive, and may the magic of the wizarding world follow you wherever you go. Be sure to check out my full playlist right here, hit that subscribe button, and give this video a like if you love exploring these magical worlds as much